One thing successful people always do every day is getting into their own context and staying there all throughout the day as many days as possible. So, what you have to do to be successful is to just learn the skill, to establish your own context and stay in that all throughout the day as many days as possible when you're working towards a goal, and you'll be successful in achieving the goal. So, what do I mean by that? If you see any successful person in any field like athletics or arts or even business, they almost always constantly work on one single thing all the time. Though they get distracted, they come back to their own context and start working towards their goal in the shortest time possible. So, if you do that, you'll also be able to develop the focus and a lot of other things which are required to achieve success. One of the easiest way to achieve this is the well-known technique of writing down your goal on a sheet of paper or a place where you can see it very often throughout the day and read it at least twice, once in the morning when you wake up and once before sleeping. It would be best if you would read this as many times as possible. Once you keep on doing this, you'll be able to establish and maintain your context as much as possible, and you'll be open and clear to see the various opportunities that come throughout the day to achieve your goal. So you have to keep doing this until you know it, you remember it, and you live by it. Once you do this, you'll be able to establish and stay in the context. This is a very well known technique to establish your context and stay there and be able to achieve any goal. What is basically context? Context is basically knowing who you are, that is, what skills you have as of now, and where you are with respect to the goal, and what goal do you want to achieve. So basically, it is like knowing who you are, where you are, and where you want to be. If you know these three things all the time, that is your context. So once you have this all the time, you'll be able to see all the opportunities. Basically, what will happen is you will see that once you do this, you'll be living inside out rather than outside in. That means that whatever you want to achieve, you'll be able to express and get it done from the external world rather than what the external world wants you to do. So you'll be able to do that. And if you see, you have taken care of a lot of things. You'll be able to avoid distractions because you establish your own context back, and you are able to get focus on what you want to really achieve. You are able to see the opportunities all throughout the day of what you want to achieve. So all these things are taken care by having your context all the time. One of the easiest and clear examples of seeing how people get distracted or move out of the context is a case of road rage. If you have experience of driving, you could clearly relate to this, that you'll be in a happy state and you'll be driving around and you'll see a bad driver going around because he's in a bad state and he's expressing or he's showing bad skills on the road and driving skills, and that there gets a point where he comes across and cuts you through or overtakes you and shows faces or makes faces. Then you get into that context of that bad state and you drop your own state and get into that and react to him, and maybe you lose a half a day of your emotional context and maybe even one full day. But the same situation you might have observed some other time when you are in a really good state. Same kind of a thing happens, but you don't do that reaction so much. You just ignore that either in 2 minutes or 5 minutes, and you get along with your own way and get along with your own journey. So this is one of the simplest examples. You can clearly see how you are getting into the context of other person. A similar thing can happen by a positive distraction also. The first one is like a negative distraction where he is throwing anger and you are reacting like that. And the other one could be some other person. You are working on, say, athletics, and there's another art form. The person, an expert in this field, is showing his art form, and you get influenced and you drop this and get there. Then once again you have a distraction. So this could happen either way. So in either case, what you have to do is make sure that you establish your context, that set your goal properly based on what you really need, and make sure you achieve that by staying in that context, not getting influenced by either positive or negative events around you or circumstances around you. Once you do that, you will see that you'll be able to clearly and easily achieve the goal. This is like what Henry Ford has also said. Obstacles are those frightful things you see when you take your eyes off the goal. So what you have to do is make sure you keep your eyes on the goal and establish your context all throughout the day, and you will definitely achieve success very easily. Let me know in the comments what do you think about what I've said, and of course like and share this video, and most important, make it a great day.